Hello, welcome to another video from the Animal University channel. Let's go for the video. Squirrel. Squirrel, family Sciuridae, generally, any of the 50 genera and 268 species of rodents whose common name is derived from the Greek skiuros, meaning shade tail, which describes one of the most conspicuous and recognizable features of these small mammals. These distinctive animals occupy a range of ecological niches worldwide virtually anywhere there is vegetation. The squirrel family includes ground squirrels, chipmunks, marmots, prairie dogs, and flying squirrels, but to most people squirrel refers to the 122 species of tree squirrels, which belong to 22 genera of the subfamily Sciurinae. The North American gray squirrel, Sciurus carolinensis, has adapted to urban and suburban areas where it is regarded as aesthetic or as a minor annoyance. In Northern Europe, the red squirrel, S. vulgaris, is valued for its soft, thick fur. Villagers in tropical forests keep squirrels as pets. Most species are hunted for food. General features. Tree squirrels have slender, lanky bodies, long, muscular limbs, and furred feet. The forefeet have furlong digits plus a short, stubby thumb, and the five-toed hind feet are narrow or moderately wide. The bald soles of the feet take the form of prominent, fleshy pads. Because the ankle joints are flexible and can be rotated, squirrels can rapidly descend trees headfirst with the hind feet splayed flat against the trunk. Their large, bright eyes convey an alert demeanor, and the broad, short head tapers to a blunt muzzle adorned with long whiskers. The rounded ears, small in relation to body size, are densely covered with short, fine hairs, which form a long tuft at the tips of the ears in some species. The tail is about as long as head and body, or appreciably longer. Furred from base to tip, the tail appears bushy and cylindrical when the hairs grow evenly around the tail. The tail appears flatter if the fur originates only from opposite sides. Claws are large, strong, curved, and very sharp, which enables tree squirrels to navigate vertical surfaces and slim branches. Variation in body size is considerable. Largest are the four species of oriental giant squirrels, genus Retufa, native to the tropical forests of Southeast Asia. Weighing 1.5 to 3 kilograms, 3 to almost 7 pounds, it has a body length of 25 to 46 centimeters, about 10 to 18 inches, and a tail about as long. Two species of pygmy squirrels are the smallest. The neotropical pygmy squirrel, Sciurilus bacillus, of the Amazon basin weighs 33 to 45 grams, 1 to 1.5 ounces, with a body 9 to 12 centimeters long and an equally long tail, but the African pygmy squirrel, Myocyrus pumilio, of the West African tropical forests is even smaller, at 13 to 20 grams, with a body length of 6 to 8 centimeters and a somewhat shorter tail. Squirrel's soft, dense fur is moderately long in most species but can be very long and almost shaggy in some. Color is extraordinarily variable. Some species are plain, covered in one or two solid shades of brown or gray. A few species are striped along the sides and back, sometimes the head is also striped. Tropical species exhibit combinations of white, gray, yellow, orange, red, maroon, brown, and black, yielding a variety of complex coat patterns. Natural history. All tree squirrels are diurnal and arboreal, but the range of vertical activity in species differs widely, especially among those living in tropical rainforests. Some, such as the oriental giant squirrels, genus Retufa, and the African giant squirrels, genus Protoxurus, rarely descend from the high canopy. Others, like the pygmy squirrel of Sulawesi, Prochiurilus murinus, travel and forage at intermediate levels between ground and canopy. Some large tropical squirrels, such as the Sulawesi giant squirrel, Rubriciurus rupreventer, and the northern Amazon red squirrel, Sciurus ignaventris, nest at middle levels but travel and forage low in the understory or on the ground. The African palm squirrels, genus Epixyrus, are long-legged runners that forage only on the ground. Certain species, such as the red-tailed squirrel, S. granitensis, of the American tropics and the African pygmy squirrel, are active from ground to canopy. In the United States, the eastern fox squirrel, S. niger, runs along the ground from tree to tree, but others, including the eastern gray squirrel, S. carolinensis, prefer to travel through the treetops and regularly cross rivers by swimming with the head up and tail flat on the water's surface. Thomas's rope squirrel, Huniciurus anerythrus, of Africa even submerges itself and swims underwater. Most tree squirrels have strong chisel-like incisors and powerful jaws, which are required for gnawing open the hard nuts that, along with fruits, are a primary component of their diet. They also eat seeds, fungi, insects and other arthropods, the cambium layer of tree bark, nectar, leaves, buds, flowers, and sometimes bird eggs, nestlings, and carrion. Some red squirrels, genus Tamiasaurus, and Sciurus species of temperate climates will stalk, kill, and eat other squirrels, mice, and adult birds and rabbits for food, but such predation in tropical tree squirrels seems rare. Nests are constructed among branches in the forest canopy or at lower levels in tree crowns, vine tangles, tree hollows, or undergrowth near the ground. Some species of tropical tree squirrels produce several litters per year. Breeding season in the northern hemisphere may extend from December to September and may result in 1 or 2 litters that average 3 to 7 young, depending upon the species. In the New World, tree squirrels range from the boreal forests of Canada and Alaska southward through coniferous and deciduous woodlands in the United States to the tropical rainforests of South America. In Africa, tree squirrels are native to rainforests and some woodland savannas. Their distribution in the remainder of the Old World extends from the northern boreal forests of Europe and Asia to the Indonesian tropical rainforests. East of the Asian continental margin, tree squirrels inhabit the forests of Taiwan, some islands in the Philippines, and Sulawesi, but they do not occur naturally anywhere east of those islands. Most of the species in 20 of the 22 genera are found in tropical rainforests. Squirrels exist almost everywhere in the world. Almost everyone has seen a squirrel, partly thanks to the animal's rather intrusive way of creating a habitat for itself. Squirrels are quite adaptive, they live anywhere they can make a home, from tundra to tropical rainforest terrains. These fluffy-tailed mammals are found on every continent of the world, living almost anywhere there is vegetation. Australia is one of the few places without native squirrels, and it had to deliberately introduce the northern palm squirrel in 1898. The squirrels were released on the WA South Perth Zoo grounds and can still be found in Australia today, even outside zoo grounds, particularly in Perth. Other places without native squirrels are Antarctica 3, Madagascar, Greenland, and the Sahara Desert. Squirrels dig the solitary lifestyle. Squirrels usually live solitary lives, and this lifestyle is most common with tree squirrels. They form loose groups or pair up to travel, secure resources, or keep warm. Flying squirrels are nocturnal and form small loose groups to stay warm and care for their young ones. Prairie dogs, a type of ground squirrel, live in large communities with hundreds of members. Ground squirrels are very social. Their group living allows for play, vocalization, and communal grooming. Male ground squirrels help to care for the baby squirrels. Squirrels are big on communication. Squirrels communicate with vocalization and body language. Vocalization is common in mating season or periods of aggression. Squirrels will often use specific alarm calls to warn the group of dangers. The sound that signals an aerial predator is distinct from the one that warns of a terrestrial predator. Tail position, body posture, or feet stomping is also a means of communication for squirrels. Sometimes, such as in mating season, the females communicate sexual readiness chemically through a release of pheromones. Tree squirrels are the most visible. Squirrels are notably busybodies, but tree squirrels are the showiest. They can be easily seen leaping from tree to tree in parks, woodlands, or yards with some trees. Tree squirrels live in nests made from leaves and will nest in attics or chimneys. They are excellent climbers. You can commonly find eastern gray squirrels in urban and suburban areas of North America. Some gray squirrels have white fur, but they are not albinos because of tiny tufts of gray found on the back of their heads and shoulders. The red squirrel is another beloved arboreal squirrel. People love it for its exquisite fur and often keep it as a pet. According to the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife, tree squirrels are the #1 wildlife trouble markers in urban and suburban areas. You might see a tree squirrel stealing bird feed and destroying feeders to get to it. I hope you enjoyed this video enough and it was informative. Please like the video and subscribe the channel. Introduce us to your friends. Good luck to you all.